Hey guys, I'm driving home right now, and I just wanted to say and verbalize that I will die on the hill that it is 100% within Daenerys' character to fucking burn the people of King's Landing to a crisp. It is 100% within her character to do that. You got to think about it from this perspective, right? Like, the last time she was in King's Landing, literally, think about it. She was a little girl, and her family was slaughtered. Kids, women, men, children, everybody with Targaryen blood was fucking killed, murdered, assassinated, period. Destroyed. Whatever you want to say. They were fucking killed. Because that's just how monarchies work, right? Like, you know, that's even how it works in the animal kingdom, right? With lions. When the new lion or whatever takes over, he kills the cubs. So, you know, it's only his genes or whatever. Okay, well, I guess it's a little different. They kill the kids and stuff, so nobody has a claim to the throne, right? When the new person takes over. Nobody from the old regime is spared. It happened, even in real life. It happened to fucking Anastasia, the Russian, monarchs that they made the movie about, the Disney movie, whatever, who cares? Well, I mean, people care, but I'm trying to make my point. Anyway, Daenerys was 100% in her, like, that was in her character. For her to burn the fuck out of King's Landing, that was 100% in her character to do that. And I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. She lost everything to get to that point, right? Of course, she said, hey, I don't want to be the queen of the ashes, right? People always bring up that she says, oh, I don't want to be queen of the ashes. I don't want to be queen of the ashes. You know, that she was over here in, what's it called? Breaking, you know, Mother of Dragons, breaker of chains, freeing the enslaved peoples. Okay, think about it. Those are brown people who are in slavery, right? They kind of reminded her of herself, right? She was hunted when she was in King's Landing, hunted, driven into a corner of the world, right? On threat of being killed on sight. Her mere existence was a threat to the fucking monarchy. The Baratheon monarchy. The Lannister, Baratheon, whatever, right? Her existence was a threat, right? She was cast out of her own home. So, I mean, you're damn right. The throne was her birthright, right? You're damn right. It's true. And, you know, on her way to King's Landing, she does some noble shit, right? Who the fuck is beeping at me? She does some noble shit for some valid fucking reasons, right? She fell in love with Jon Snow, right? That's why she goes north and fights the White Walkers. She didn't have to do that, right? But since it served her, okay, this is my man's peoples. I got dragons. I might as well help. I might as well, stick my neck out. Jon Snow was the first man to, like, surprise her, right? She had called Drogo, right? She said, she doesn't like small men, right? She doesn't like small men. Khal Drogo was very fucking ambitious. That's why even after he, raped her, brutalized her, etc., so on and so forth, she realized that, okay, despite this fucked up shit that happened, this is still the caliber of man I want to associate with. This is a guy who said, we're gonna fucking take over the world. That's very important, right? She wanted Cal because he said they were gonna sail the fucking 7 seas. This motherfucker has never seen a boat. And he's telling Daenerys how they're gonna put their horses and everything on these ships and take over the fucking world. She's like, that's my kind of fucking guy. That's my kind of guy right there. That is who I want to be associated with. So, he dies or whatever, and, she's super upset about it, because how do you find a man as ambitious as that? How do you even find someone else like that, right? Who's your counterpart, who thinks the way you do, right? And Khal Drogo, he has no claim to anything. He has no birthright or anything like that. He's just an ambitious he's a lunatic, right? He just wants to do it because fuck, why not? I'm strong. I'm the strongest. I can do that type of shit because I'm strong, because I can do it, because I got it like that. That's Khal Drogo, right? We have to take a moment to just like understand that on Daenerys's way to, I guess, quote, quote, claim her birthright. I mean, let's take off the quotes, because it was her birthright, seeing as her dad, or whatever the fuck the Mad King was, is a Targaryen. She's a Targaryen. She's one of the last. And then when her brother's killed, she is presumably the last Targaryen. It's her fucking birthright. On her way there, she fights a noble fight. I would argue that it was kind of selfish. She did that because of the respect and love she had for Jon Snow. Without the respect and love for Jon Snow, fuck the North, who cares? She's not, there's no way she's fighting in the North with Jon Snow without hitting that at least once. There's no way that happens. But since she, fell for him and whatnot, she's like, all right, yeah, I got dragons. Why not? Might as well go burn these motherfuckers alive. Why not? I have the manpower. I have the army. I have the dragons. Let's do it. This is my man we're talking about. She's on her way to King's Landing. Now, let's be honest. Her ego was hurt a little bit because in the North, nobody really fucked with her like that. Sansa didn't really fuck with her like that. They find out the news. Hey, Jon is actually a fucking Targaryen, right? They all ego her. She's like, damn, okay, fuck. So then Jon is like, hey, we're related. We can't date anymore. Sorry. Even though he's still in love with her, which shit happens, I guess. But he's like, bro, you're my aunt. We can't be doing this. I wasn't raised like that. I'm not that Targaryen. I might be a Targaryen, but I'm still a Stark. I ain't that Targaryen. But, so she loses the love of her life, right? She loses that intimate relationship with him. Everybody fucking hates her in the North, even though she just, lost dragons for them. Once they found out that news about Jon and the fact that he's a guy and the fact that he is noble and honorable and so on and so forth, right? They're like, you know what? You're actually not our queen anymore. You're kind of a bitch. I'm Sansa Stark, and as a fellow woman, fuck you. You're not welcome in the North. I don't know what Sansa's beef was with fucking Daenerys. I don't know what the beef there was, but there was fucking beef from Sansa's end for some reason. Long story short, Daenerys, Missandei's captured. Okay, this flying over the sea without thinking about, okay, what if there's a fucking fleet out there to kill my dragons or anything like that. That was dumb. That was a blunder on D&D's part, right? The two directors, screenwriter, whatever. That was that was fucked up. That was stupid. That was dumb as hell, right? That was just, we need another dragon to die to get her enraged. Ha ha ha. Anyway, it's giving very nature versus nurture. It's Daenerys was cool, despite the traumatic shit that happened to her. She was still she had a pretty level head. She was still pretty cool. She did kill the Tullys just because they didn't bend the knee to her, which was a bit fucked. That's not great, but that's what monarchs did back then, I guess, okay. But she for what she went through, she had a pretty level head. She wasn't out here just killing people at random. She locked the dragons up when they, killed a kid and whatnot. A brown kid. That's actually important. Anyways, she gets to King's Landing after Missandei is beheaded by Cersei, right? No man, no best friend. Jorah's dead, right? Jorah died in the North on her behalf, for her. And the North doesn't even respect her, right? They don't even fucking like her, right? She has no one. Like she said, I have no love here. If I don't have love, I guess I gotta use fear because Shit, I'm queen. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be queen. So, shit, if y'all don't want to respect me, y'all don't want to love me, then that's too fucking bad. I'm still gonna be queen. I don't know what to tell you. So, she gets to King's Landing. Last time she was in King's Landing, what happened? Her family was hunted, cornered, and slaughtered. Kids, babies, men, women, children, everything. Hunted down and slaughtered. If you had silver hair, if you had purple eyes, well, in the books, her eyes are technically purple. If you were a drop fucking Targaryen, you were killed. It was done for you. It was over. It was over with. Right? Last time she was in King's Landing, she was driven out. Like, as a survival fucking tactic. So, she gets back there. She has nothing. This bitch Cersei killed her best friend just to piss her off. And then fucking rings the bell of peace. Waves the white flag of peace. And, surrenders. So Daenerys is sitting on top of this wall on the dragon like, it's that fucking easy? You mean to tell me y'all put me through all of this shit just to fucking surrender? You don't even have the balls to fight me? You don't even have the balls to like lose some men, lose some soldier power? You don't even have the balls to come out and give me a fucking fair fight, make me fight for this shit as I've been fighting all my life just to get back over here after you cast me out and slaughtered all of my family? White people, right? Not the Browns that she freed, right? The Browns had nothing to do with it, with anything. They didn't have shit to do with nothing. She freed brown people because they were enslaved, they were in chains, blah, 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 right? She freed those people. She gets back to King's Landing, these white people, and she's like, nah, It's like she had no outlet for her rage, right? Everything was taken from her, even down to her best friend and man. Like, y'all killed her whole family. That's traumatic enough. And she was picking herself up, like, from that loss. She's picking herself up from that loss. I'm not going to be queen of the ashes. Like, come on, like, I just want to be queen because I'm supposed to be. Like, my fucking dad, the Mad King, he was king. I deserve to be queen. Like, this is mine. This is my shit right here. I need to find a park. Ooh, there are none. That's not slang. Oh, shit. Hold on. So, seeing as Daenerys, she didn't even, like, get a fair fight. Like, Cersei was a fucking coward, did not leave the Red Keep at all. So Daenerys had nothing to, like, object her rage at. So she burned fucking King's Landing. She fucking hated those people just like Cersei hated those people, right? Both of them hated the fuck out of the people of King's Landing. They both hated those people. And so, given the opportunity, she was like, hey, if this fucking queen bitch isn't gonna come out, I guess y'all the next best thing. Like, y'all gonna have to eat this rage. Y'all gonna have to eat my rage. I don't know. Shit. And so she let it all out. Sure did. Killed kids, babies, women, men, just like they fucking did to her. Now you can argue, okay, this was soldiers, this was the monarchy, da-da-da-da, this wasn't the innocent, townsfolk of King's Landing. But it's like, this is the place she was born. This is where she was cast out. And her family was, like, murdered. Like, desecrated. And she was cast away, like, living in a land unfamiliar to her. Like, so of course, not of course, like, it's, like, something sane to do. But, of course, when that limit is reached, there's just no impulse control. It's just, well, fuck, I have all of this bottled up shit. I was gonna take this shit out burning Cersei alive, but this bitch is nowhere to be found. Right? So, People of King's Landing, y'all gonna have to eat it. Y'all